Hi everybody, I'm TGS Dad, and this is the Gaming Stars. At least I think that's what we're going to call it. It's basically a new channel we have, and this where my kids and I post videos about games that we love. And this one is a game that I'm addicted to. It's called EverMerge. And so in this video, I'm going to give you an overview of EverMerge. If you've probably seen some advertisements on it in other games you play. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks as I go along, including two big ones that are going to save your life and your sanity. And then I'm going to tell you why this is the best game for someone who has OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, and also the worst game for somebody who has obsessive compulsive disorder. But I'm going to tell you how to mitigate that as well. So what's going on right now? There's an event right here where there's pixies that were blown off course. Those pixies will give you energy. They're mixed in with the sunshine that's coming through, which does something else. That gives you ingredients. It gives you all these ingredients down here in this area. Now, I keep everything organized a certain way because I do have OCD to an extent. So I've organized everything, and I'm going to tell you what these areas are, what I've done with all these areas, and why I keep it this way. And I'm going to get to it right now. Okay, so what's the point of this game? The point of this game is to clear this fog over here. And by clearing this fog, you get new characters. So you start the game with Sleeping Beauty over there in the far back corner. I've got her in the corner because she was first. You can see all the people here that you can get, all the characters. So Sleeping Beauty was first, and then they don't tell you who they are until you get to them, until you open up the fog for them and start collecting the items for them. But I was able to figure it out pretty well. Puss in Boots and Paul Bunyan and some other things. And I don't want to give any spoilers out on these later ones. There's two right here that I wasn't sure who they were. Maybe you guys can kind of see their pictures and get an idea. Let me know in the comments if you know who they are. These other three down here at the bottom, two I haven't discovered yet, and one I'm working on right now. And I saw him and I was like, well, it could be Merlin or it could be Gandalf. But the tie kind of confuses me a little bit. Why does it look like he's a jacket and tie? Anyway, his items are over here. So these hats. And they're all magical hats. And once you find a few of them, it will... you'll see a little dialogue between two of the characters and maybe the gnomes. Well, here's our energy coming in, which is real handy because energy is kind of hard to come by in this game. It's easier to come by now because, it's easier than it used to be to come by because they switched it a little bit recently so that you can't use your gnomes as much as you used to be able to, which is frustrating a lot of people. But at the same time, it's allowing you to store up a little bit more energy. It seems like it hasn't really caused too much of a problem. Okay, so when you merge, I'll show you that first. So I told you the object is to open up this fog, and then you collect items for the characters. And the way you collect things to get to these other levels is to merge them. So you could merge 3 of something if you want and get 1 item. If you merge 5, you'll get 2 items. Now, if you happen to merge, and I'll just show you this because these are kind of expendable anyway. If you happen to merge 4, you'll get one of the next level and one of the things will be left behind. If you happen to merge 5, you get 2 of those items. Now, since they're expendable, I'll show you this as well. If you happen to merge 6 or more, so you have 5 and 1 that I'm merging, right? So if you merge those, you get 2 items, but the other one's wasted. So be very careful with that. Merging 5 is good, merging 6 or more is bad, unless you can get to 10. So here you see I have 11. I've got the 8, these 2, and that one's 11. So if I merge 10, and it's diagonal, so it didn't grab the other one, I get 4 of those. So here I have 10, 17, it looks like. So 6, 10, plus 5, 15. So see, they're all connected horizontally or vertically. As long as they're not diagonal, they'll be grabbed. So if I take these 15, now I got 6. Okay, so it works in groups of 5, but it doesn't work when you're merging 4 or 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so that's that. And then the reason I have these over here like this, I had them grouped, and I try to keep them grouped, is because when the sunshine comes through, and I don't see any coming through right now, but when the sunshine comes through and you collect it, as long as this stuff is on the screen in a reasonable area, it'll throw them over to where they belong, which is real handy because then you don't have to move stuff around a lot. And when you move stuff around a lot, you tend to merge things by mistake, which is another reason, or one of the reasons that this is bad for people with OCD, because it'll just drive you insane if you do that with something that is a higher level item that you've been saving up for a long time. Okay, here comes some sun. So as you see, I have a little bit of everything. Oh, see, and that one went to the other area, which I'm going to show you later, which is Mystic Isle. But this one, let's try this one. Okay, see, so it went over there. More energy. And you can move things around. Alright, so that's why I keep everything organized as much as possible. And then I merge them when there's like 6. I merge 5 of them, so then I have 1 still over there, so I don't have to chase objects around all the time. To unlock the next character, you have to complete all these items over here that are specific to the character. And then once you do that, that character will unlock and all the other items will go away. I think they actually become coins. So when you open up the fog, that gives you these planters. What do I mean by planters? That's these things over here. It unlocks those. And these planters give you mining nodes. And the mining nodes give you more hats or more items, whatever it is. They give you these hammers. They give you building material like this, which is part of the building material for Sinbad's castle. So the castles are over here, and I've organized them in one area just to make it easier, because every 24 hours you can collect them, and when you collect them, that gives you a bunch more items, like more of these hammers and coins and wands and a bunch of other stuff. So I've already got Sinbad, right? And I'm still collecting items for him. Over here I've got planters for one of the other characters. I'm still collecting items for her. I've got part of her house, and then Here I've got part of another character's items. And I don't think I have any planters for him out right now, but the way you get more planters is by collecting these things. You mine them using the gnomes. And it takes energy to mine those. See, so your energy can be used up rather quickly, because it usually goes, for these it's 15 per, starts out much lower, but these are at 3 stars now, so it's 15. And when you mine this stuff, it starts out at 5, but then the next level is 10, then 15, then 20, then 25, then 30. So you can see that my energy's up because I've been collecting pixies today, which is why Sunday's a good day to play, because, again, the energy's a problem. You can get a lot accomplished on Sunday when energy's kind of free. So those planters, when you collect them, I'll show you. It's going to give you more building material. You merge 5 of them. It's going to give you 2 of those. And if I were to merge those again, it would give me this item over here. And if I were to merge 5 of those, it would give me this item right, or no, the next one up actually between these two, which is a minute per item. So each item, each building block takes time to make. Man, these are kind of coming through a little quick, disturbing me a little bit. Sorry. Anyway, so they take time to make. Like this one here, it's 2 hours. The next one's 4 hours. And then 8 hours. And after the 8 hours, then you have the castle, which is 24 hours. Okay? So that one's 24 hours to build. That takes up one of your gnomes. So if you look over here, the reason they made this change recently is because they want you to pay for a gnome for 7 days. Okay? Now I'm not doing that. I'm not going to pay $7 for an extra gnome for 7 days. 2 is just fine. And this is why 2 is just fine. You get these red gnomes over here, okay, from merging these hammers. So when you merge these red hammers, you merge 5 of them, you get 2 red gnomes. You also get them from completing events. Now, I think, yeah, see there's one right there. And if you pay 500 gems, you can get extra stuff. They call it a golden ticket that came out in the last update. So you get these red gnomes. Now, each one is good for an hour. So basically you could throw one red gnome on here, that would take an hour off of that, and then another one would take an hour off of that. That's stupid, okay? Well, here's what you should be doing. If you see this one, I've got him down to 20 seconds. So that basically means I collected a bunch of these 5 minutes. I collected maybe a couple of these 15s. So that's 15 minutes. And I put him down to where he wasn't finished. Whatever time is left over, here's what you do. You take this guy and you throw him on there. Now look, I still have 2 gnomes available. But this timer's going. So when I did that, he gave me another hammer. So I merged those 5 at a time now. And then, so basically this game is an exercise in delayed gratification, because if you do 3 all the time and get 1 item, you're basically using 6 to get 2, when you can just use 5 to get 2 if you're willing to wait a little bit. Alright, so that's the biggest secret that I can give you for now. And I'm going to give you an even bigger one later in the video. If you watch the end of the video, I'm going to get you another big, huge, can save your sanity kind of secret. This just saves your patience and your money. Okay, so again, the fog gives you the characters and the planters. The planters, when you collect them, if I collect this one all the way down, it's going to give me one of these chests over here. The chests open up and they give you items for the building items for the current character that you're looking for, and some other stuff. Maybe a hammer, maybe some ingredients. Okay, can be any one of those ingredients. It's not going to give you everything, but it's going to give you some, and it's basically random. But it's going to definitely give you building blocks, hats, and some of this other stuff. Okay, I've showed you the gnomes. They're one of the most important things in this game. The biggest valuable thing that you can have. The other one is this energy. This is infinite energy. If you use that, it's going to give you free energy for 30 minutes. However many energy you want to spend. I'm going to show you later what that does and how best to maximize that. But it gives you free energy, so it's really beneficial. The third thing that's very valuable is these right here. These orbs. So these orbs are made from these little splinters. And they will merge with 2 things to make a third, or they'll merge with 4 things to make a 5th. They're basically a wild card. Now, you don't want to use them to merge 3, obviously. And they're only good for merging a few things, because they're kind of hard to come by sometimes. But here you see these things over here. That is when you merge these blue coin piles, purple coin, whatever they are. When you merge those, that'll give you these smaller rubies, and that'll merge those to give these rubies, and then you merge those, and there's another step, and then if you look here, oops, wrong one. If you look, you got to merge this ruby dust, and then you get all the way over here to this big one. Now the big one's where you can collect 180 rubies. Notice that 180 is 3 times the level below it. So if you were to collect one of those, you'd get 180. But if you allow yourself to merge 5, you get 2 of them, so that's going to give you 360 gems instead of 180. So I've got 4 of them right down here. Oops, see, I just messed something up. Okay, so this is a good time to just wait. I want to give you the best tip ever, but I want to do it later. Alright, so I'm going to take this, and I'm going to merge either of those. Notice they're bouncing now. That means you cannot merge them anymore. If I were to take this, it's not going to do anything else to it. So they're ready to collect now. So if I collect these, notice I've got 360 more gems now than I had. So you notice I collected that by accident, and the other one over here. There's a reason I put these here, and these here, and these here. I put them up there because as I'm collecting these ingredients, I don't want anything to get near my valuable stuff. It'll fill that space, see? But if I keep that space closed by items, it's forced to go out further. Let me show you what I mean. So if I were to take this, put that there, put these here, and I were to take, I don't know, these items over here, or just keep that off screen. If I keep that spot, let's put these back up here, and I'll show you. If I keep that off screen, and I collect these, see, it can't go. Even if I collect 3, it cannot go near my stuff that I'm trying to protect, which is all these coins down here, and all this over here. I don't want to collect that by mistake, because again, delayed gratification, you wait a long time to merge those, and you don't want to mess it up somehow by carelessly tapping on stuff. Alright, so the ingredients. When you collect these ingredients, they give you items for orders. So notice I've got a lot. I don't have as many of this last one because it's the newest one. When I get up high enough level to where carrots are obsolete, it's going to give me coins for all those carrots. So it's good to save them up anyway. Just farm all the time. The recipes, it'll give you new recipes every level, another 1 or 2. And these guys will make orders. So when they make orders, you collect those items, and then when you collect these, oops, that's not as big of a deal. Those wands are easy to come by. When you collect those, it gives you these wands, see? And then the wands give you, and you heard that noise, the wands give you this number up here, the 6805 at the top. The wands give you more of those. And what that is I need, see? Oops. If you click this, it tells you that you need more to collect more wands to get up to 14,050. The last one was 12,000 something. So it's going to jump up and up and up. So you need to keep those orders going, which means you need to keep farming to get ingredients, because these ingredients, here's the reward, here's what you need to make it, how many you have, and how long it's going to take. Okay? So you just keep those running, and that is going to keep those guys going. You can only have 6 at a time, so it really doesn't matter if you have 10 people found from the fog, or 12 or whatever, but obviously the later higher level items are going to give you more goods, but they're going to take more time to make. So that gives you those, and then when you collect all your ingredients, your trees are going to wear out, so they're only good for trying to find one here that's not. Oh, here. So this one's got 1 left, and I know this one's gonna have. Wow, all my trees. That one's got 1 left. Also, be very careful. The reason I like moving things around, be very careful clicking around stuff that you don't want to collect. Because as you're trying to collect those pixies or whatever, you might collect one of your coins, and then you'll be a sad person. When you click these, they don't do anything. See, they tell you what you need to merge. Even if you click an orb, it doesn't do anything. But if you match it, you can't match it with other orbs, but you can match it with just about anything else. As long as it's already, the timer's already done on it. So I can match them with whatever I want to match them with. See? So there's only a few things you can't match them with. So this right here, when you collect a lot of stuff, it goes to whatever area is available, however much land you have. You can get more land if you really want to by paying for it. I'm not going to do that. It's down here, so I paid for this island right down here where I keep my coins. I paid for that island. But there's a couple others on on Mystic Isle that I'm going to show you later that I'm not going to pay. And this one, when it comes up, I don't know what it's going to be, but it's probably going to be something you have to pay for. I'm not going to pay for that. You get land every time you open one of these fog areas. You get some items from it. You get some new planters. You get a new character to start working on. So that's enough for me. And that land right there is useful enough. There is another area up here where I keep my characters at. And if you notice this guy who's sitting over here, he's like a little Irishman. This was for like, I think it started fall of last year. And so basically you uncover this land as you work, and you can see it's 1,345 points. I've got 38 for the next square. So you get 1 square per time. So far, anyway. So far, I've gotten 1 square each time I fill that bar up. So you get it by merging the seasonal items. What are the seasonal items? Well, those are items over here. I still have some left over from last season. These are the ones from spring, Easter. So these are the ones from winter. And then you got the ones from Easter. Okay, all these from Easter. It starts with these eggs. And you merge those up to get clovers. So he still gives you Irish clovers, 4-leaf clovers, for each one of the things that you merge. And there's, you know, for the higher level stuff it's more, for the lower level stuff it's less. And you also get chests like this one. You get these from doing events and stuff, and they turn into this big one. So again, I don't merge things at 4, I merge them at 5. I don't merge things at 3, I merge them at 5. So 5 of those gives me this other one, then this other one at 5 of those gives me 2 of these. And so those chests are important because sometimes you have an event that you have to open or merge chests to complete the event, stages of the event, and that gives you items. Each time it's going to be a bunch of items at the top, like useful stuff, pretty much the same stuff. Some of this is for Mystic Isle, and it'll automatically go over to Mystic Isle when you're done, when you collect it. But for a lot of it's for here, and it's very useful. So I keep these chests around for that. Here's an event. These run every so often. It'll tell you when one's coming up. This one gives you unicorns. It's only 11 hours to go. Personally, I think that they are kind of a waste of time, a little bit. Just if you want these items, then you get it mostly by merging these here. And as you merge them, they will you can use more than 2. It's not like the main island where you have to do 2 at once. You can do them all if you want to. It just depends on how much energy you have. Now that 75 energy up there doesn't last very long. It's going to go out quickly, and then they're going to ask you to buy more energy with coins or whatever. So you notice they give you coins, they give you orbs, they give you whatever. I've hit one of these events pretty darn hard. I've never gotten an orb out of it. I've never gotten the highest level of coins. I've never gotten the highest level of gems. And I didn't spend a lot of time. I slept a little bit, but I didn't spend a lot of time away from the game, and I wasn't able to finish it. And I just think they're too hard. I think it's they're trying to give you a chance to give them money, and I don't want to do that. In the end, it only gives you that character right there, which if you didn't know, again, it's going to be like 1, 2 levels, I think, below the final. And so it's really not worth it. It gives you a few items for the Mystic Isle, which are not hard to get to if you want to try for them. They're not hard to get. That's very doable. You probably will fall short of the final, and unless you're spending money on energy, coins on energy and all that, you'll fall short of the final, and then they will ask you to spend rubies. They will ask you to spend rubies to get to the next level that you almost got to. Basically, like, hey, last chance if you want to give us 250 rubies or whatever to get to this last thing. You can try and do that if you want to. I think it's a big money grab, and so I don't bother with it. But these right here, they again, always merge 5. They just give you those. They take 1 energy, and then it gives you 5 of those. Gives you the next one. These take 5 energy. And here, now it's asking me to watch an ad for 30 energy. Once that's done, I don't get that again. And then I have to buy 350 coins for 75 energy. Okay? It's just a big waste. So anyway, I hit it as hard as I can in the time that I have. I don't spend any money on it anymore. I did it at one time a little bit. Just because I spent my coins. I had like 5,000 something coins saved up. And I just used them to see how far I could get. I did get the final creature in here, but it just wasn't worth it to me for what I spent coin-wise that I had saved up. And it just wasn't a really useful thing at all. It does give you chests, though. And those chests, that's the biggest level, so you can go ahead and open that. And if you notice, I didn't have to spend a whole lot of energy on these smaller chests. There's like 2-3 levels. I think maybe 3 levels. That one gives you the big chest. That one gives you the second chest. That one gives you the first chest. And so the first chest, 5 of those makes the second 2 of them. 5 of those makes 2 of the big chests, and then you can have a few more items. This gives you another chance to collect things like that. But again, I've never hit the big orb. I've never hit the big coins. I've never hit the big gems. It's just, when the event's over, collect what you can collect and go on with your main island, which is where all the time spent is not wasted anyway. Alright, now I'm going to go back to the main island. Now you have quests, and this quest button over here is, the next one is to open chests. So these chests that it wants you to open, it's right there. If you hit find, it's going to show you that I have 2 of them over here. Oops, these 2. And I need 2 to finish the quest. So here's the daily objectives, and notice that I have to collect coins, and then I get clear all the objectives reward, which today happens to be one more of these items that gives you a bunch of ingredients. And sometimes your quest will be to collect ingredients. So collecting your trees and collecting those bags will help fulfill the quest. Okay, so notice some of that went to the right area and some of it didn't. Okay, so that right there will, those quests will give you coins and experience for each one, and also the next quest. So since I need some quests, a quest completed for the daily to get coins, and I need to complete this objective to get to the next quest and get more experience so I can get to the next level and get another character open and get more fog opened, I'm going to just collect these. Alright. So That opens that. Now you have to create this object. So if you click on that, it's going to show you it's the second one. Well, look, I happen to keep these around. So now I don't have to open chests to find these. I can just merge them. And I merge them over here so I don't mess anything up. So now I have 6 out of 7 completed. So in this market, in this special area, you can buy these crystal splinters. Okay. And then these chests over here are the seasonal chests. Okay. So they can give you a crystal splinter as well. Got one. Maybe I'll get lucky on this one. Nope. And now I have to clean this up a little bit because I've got too many things out. There's the clovers I was talking about. It's not very many. If you know, remember I had like 38. Now I have 42. So it takes a long time with just the simple little stuff. The first level of stuff. Okay, so I got another shot with this chest. And I got denied again. Okay, so there's the next level. Once you get past a couple levels, you have to start spending time. And again, it's free after 30 seconds. Now, I remember I was at 42, right? 44. Now it's 48. So the little ones are worth 1, the big one, the next level up is worth 2. I don't remember what it goes to after that, probably doubles again. But it will take you a long time. That's why I only have a little bit open ever since last fall. Alright, I usually organize this a little bit different, but I'm just doing it this way just because I'm trying to keep the video going. So, those right there, all these hats that it gave me are from those 2 chests that I opened up over there. Oops. Okay, those are from the 2 chests that I opened up. It did give me some ingredients, but these are actually from when I opened up all those trees. Alright, again, I organize things a little bit differently because I want to keep things you know, easier to organize a little better. So I organize it like that. So that's the level, and then this is the next one. So I know how many I have of each level. Just how I do it. You don't have to do it that way. So once you merge these blue hammers, you're going to get this like pinkish hammer. 2 of those when you merge 5 of the other ones. And then once you merge 5 of those, you're going to get 2 of the red ones. And that'll give you an extra red one plus 2 red gnomes. So it can build up kind of quickly. These chests over here, including the ones I opened for the splinters, they are they're available every 6 hours. Okay, so you see that so now it's 6 hours again before I get more of them. You get 1 and 1. I'm saving them though because once I do this next I won't say this one because there's no quest for this one, but there's a quest for the other two. And if you happen to hit that quest and you don't have any chests at all, you're waiting at least 6 hours to try and complete, you know, half that quest. And if it's 2 of them, not just one, sometimes it's 2, then you're going to have 12 hours to wait before you can complete that quest. And so I would rather try and get the splinters from chests like this, because it's actually more, I don't think you can get them. Can you get them from here? Yeah, you can't get them from the big seasonal chests. You get them from the free one, but you don't get them from the big one. So I'm going to open this up. And you see that gave me some ingredients, gave me another hammer, gave me some building materials, okay. It gave me another hat, a couple hats, okay. And then, as long as they're connected vertically or whatever, you can merge them. If it's diagonally, it won't grab them and then you'll be sad. So make sure that it is vertically or horizontally and only 5. When you merge the bigger ones, it's going to give you this option to buy them with gems. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends on if I'm close enough to completing the next level. So I've got 2 more levels to go. You only need to do the last one once, so that's the only time you can merge 3. But then this other one, you need to have 5 to get 2, and then 3 to get 1, so you can merge 3. So you need 8 of the second to last level, and you need 3 of the last level, and you're done with that. Unless you want to have an extra one around to convert to coins, which is completely up to you. Alright, it's easy to get distracted over here doing this stuff, so, but I did get 3 from that chest. So I'm just going to merge those just so you see that the quest is now gone. Now it's asking me to complete orders. Okay, you have to complete 5 orders. So I have 1 ready, and then this one I could spend gems to speed that up, or I could just wait like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. Okay, 13, that was 5 minutes. So none of them are too bad. If I wait about 15 minutes, then I can complete that quest without spending anything. See, so I told you, saving the gems and saving the coins, if you're willing to wait a little bit of time, it's not a problem. It's really easy to do. Okay, so when you have free energy, that's a good time to complete these. They're automatic because they're 15 seconds, which is less than 30. I like doing it from the back just because I just like to have them all open. I guess that's just an OCD thing. Oops, see? So, again, if you have OCD, this is a kind of a terrible game for you to play in that sense. But it's an awesome game to play in that it will allow you to use the energy that your OCD requires towards something constructive and fun. And hopefully that urge will be minimized then. So it won't play out in so many other places because you'll feel like your OCD has kind of been, you know, exercised a little bit. And now, when you collect those after you've got them done, when you collect them, it's going to give you a bunch more pieces to where you can keep things moving. So when you merge them, notice that that gave me these bigger ones. Now I got 5 of these. Now that gives me 5 of these. And that gives me 2 more of those. and that will give me ingredients. So that's why it's not a problem when you have a quest that you need to collect ingredients. You've got a ton from the bags over here, which is why I rarely use them. The only reason I have them is because sometimes you'll have a over here you'll have a thing to spend coins, and it asks you for 150 coins to spend, and that just happens to be what this one costs. So sometimes it's just a way for me to spend 150 coins and complete that objective. And so I do that sometimes. Just like sometimes there's actually today there's a collect coins, 200. Okay, notice that I've got 190 that I completed because I did a couple quests, and I also collected some coins from chests and stuff. So but anyway, when the quest is to gain coins, sometimes, not always, but sometimes I'll spend it over here. 35 to get 150, and then a couple quests will give me the other 50, and that 200's done. So that gives me my objective. And the reason the objective is important is because now if you miss a day, don't worry, it's going to keep going. It's going to keep you right where you were, but you have to do 5 of them over however many days it takes you. You do 5 of them to get that big chest that's going to give you more items for your characters, and also something to complete the quests with, and you know, give you some other useful stuff. So it's good to have that, those big chests. So you can get one through those quests. You can also just buy them. They're 80 each. That's how I got the last 2 that I had before, and I may do that again. I don't know. If I wait 6 hours, it's going to give me the option to buy 2 more, along with another splinter, and you know, anything else in here I see useful, which is usually nothing. I spend it on splinters. I spend it on this big orb if I need just one and I just don't want to wait, which is rare, but I have done it before. I buy the coins, that small one sometimes. I buy this big sack, and sometimes if I just have to spend 75 coins, I will not I will not do these. I'll spend 75 coins on some of these. And if you notice, I had the ingredients were 282 of this one. So if I'm going to buy those, I'm going to buy that one, because that'll give me more, because by the time I get to, before I can ever use all of the other one, the first one there, I'm going to hit another level, and that will be obsolete, and I'll get coins for it anyway. This one is a free scratch ticket, and it comes every few hours. Sometimes it's another one's in like 12 hours, and it'll disappear if you don't claim it. So when you claim it, you pick a box. I always when I started and always now, I will pick the top left corner. I tried picking some other ones and seeing if I had better luck at hitting the 250, which is the top you can get. But in the corner, that top left corner, I've hit it maybe like 6 times now. So I'm just going to hit it and see what I get. So 60. Alright, but I always hit that. You can watch these ads for an extra 30 energy if you want, or save it for later if you need. At the end of this video, I'm going to open one of these infinite energies and show you the best way to maximize that with the space you have. Now this space is pretty crowded, so now is not a good time to open up infinite energy, and plus I have all this energy that I haven't used yet, which is going to probably be used to complete some of these mines, which is then going to reduce the need to do infinite energy, because you get those planters from collecting this thing, and every time it's dead, if it's 3 stars, which this one's 3 stars, this one's 3 stars, every time it's dead, it's gonna take you 2 hours to get it back to where you can collect like 6 times. So that 2 hours is why I take these gnomes, see, 40 seconds, 24 seconds. I'll take that and I'll put it over there. Okay? And that's going to run that timer and still give me gnomes that I can use when I need to do things like this. Okay? So that's why I do that. Because otherwise I would only be able to do one of those at a time. And now I've got 4 things going, 2 of them that are big times. And I still have, once I get down to 30 seconds, I got my 2 gnomes back, and I can use them for, you know, getting these trees out of the way. I can use them for opening these mines. They used, when I first started this game, it was great because they had the, and I've been playing for, you know, I don't know, maybe 6 months or something like that. But the first time, when I started, it was great because you could use the gnomes for mining trees while you had buildings going. You had buildings going, you could still mine trees, clear mines and stuff like that. Now, you can't get rid of your trees and you can't open up mines if your buildings are going because the gnomes are being used up. And everybody got mad about that in the remarks, but it's really not a problem if you just do the trick I showed you with the red gnomes. You'll be quite happy with that. Alright, so now let's say you made some mining mistakes, which I did, right? I made a bunch of mistakes. I've collected some stuff. I don't know if it's going to give me that back, but I made a bunch of mistakes that I didn't want to make. Like if I took this and I, you know, merged something, let's just do it. It's not a big deal, okay? So, right there. I just wasted one of my orbs, one of the most valuable things in the game. But there's a way to recover from that. This is my second tip. This is my huge tip that I can give you. And later, if you want to see me do the infinite energy, awesome. If you want to subscribe and comment on this video, great. Tell me what you thought of it and what your tips and tricks are. But I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to switch over to another device, and I'm going to show you how to completely wipe out all the mistakes you've made. All right, now I'm coming back in. And now notice, right now in this device, I have 1,042 as I experience, and I have, you know, this other stuff. But on the cloud, 18 seconds ago, I have 545 experience, still level 27. So I'm going to override my device with the cloud. And that, my friends, gives me all my stuff back. Okay? So if you've just ruined your life, as I have before, by merging 3 of the last level that are 8 hours each, and you merged them, and now you want to get the 4 hours each, actually, because the 8 hours one, once you get 4 of the 8 hour ones, you can put them on the castle, and then you can get 24 hours wait for doing that castle, and then you've got another castle. So that's a good time to use the red gnomes, because that castle, when you get the new one, it's 24-hour wait. So if you happen to do that and merge 4 of them, and you merged, 4 and got 1 and 1 left over, and you only got 1 of the next level, and you've just made some mistakes, what you do is you open up the game on another device, and you can do this as often as you want, so you can kind of keep your progress where you don't have to go back as much. Like right now, I've got to go back quite a bit. I've still got my 2 quests to do again and all that. But you open it up on another device. You have a device level there, okay? You keep that device level on that old device. And then, when you exit out of there, it'll update that device to the cloud. Then when you open it up in this tablet or whatever device again, you update this device, override it with the cloud. It backs it up to whatever was on that other phone. Now they match and you're safe. Okay, all your stuff is done. So if you look here, I can claim this again, and I got 40. Okay, if I really wanted to, I could back it out again, and I could try again and try to get the 250. All right, you can do that as many times as you want. All right, what else do I have to show you? So this here, this butterfly habitat thing came from these kind of things here. These are bees though. So these bees, when you keep going, you're going to get the final level of them. And that's going to give you another thing to decorate your area, I believe. All these chests, these are kind of left over from other builds, other castle-like builds, or last season, which they'll come around again, I think, and they'll be useful. So I'm just leaving them there until I need the space, which right now I really don't need the space. These are like supreme chests where you get a lot of big stuff, because you can get some, those are 15-minute pieces. Okay, so that one in the middle is 15 minutes. You can get a few of them from that chest maybe. Alright, I think that's it for that one. I am going to go show you Mystic Isle. Okay, so real quickly, these are the things that came from the other, when I was collecting sun. They merge into trees like this. When you get 5 trees like this, it merges into 2 of these. You collect the strawberries from them until they're dead. When they're dead, they come into this last level. And then, so they'll give you strawberries again, but now they give you a tree. All right? And so, if you look, you get 3 uses on them, I believe, and then they're dead. So these strawberries, I usually zoom this out. These strawberries go to the different animals that are hungry. It's basically just gonna, pick some pretty much random creatures to give your strawberries to. I don't know why every creature in this world eats strawberries, and I don't know why they think strawberries come from a tree, but that's the way it is. So in the discoveries, and I'm giving away some spoilers here, but there's some, it's not really spoilers, because if you go to this island and you look here, it's going to show you all the habitats. The only time it's not going to show you something is if it's like coming soon, they haven't put it in yet, or whatever. But anyway, as you complete a new level, and I'm level 37 in this Mystic Isle thing, and the last update they went over 30 because it was locked at 30 before. But as you merge these creatures, it will give you, more experience there, and your levels will go up, and you'll get more creatures that you can use. You notice these buildings right here, they just updated this in the last update too, to where you can change your landmarks. Those landmarks, I don't know if you noticed, but they're from the main game. Events that I did, like the Halloween event, these are from the Halloween event. And you can change them with different landmarks. The ones that came with the island, are like this one. So I just leave it. It gives me a chance to use my landmarks that I, wanted to put in there. For a while I had sitting around, didn't use them for anything. And they just clutter up my landscape on the main island, so I'm just going to use them for something interesting. Okay, so these are all the creatures. They have 3 levels of creatures. They have normal, common, they call it, rare, and legendary. And I don't want to show you all the legendaries in case you want, you know, some spoilers to still be there. You get them from events, and you get them from merging. So you also get them from chests, and you get the chests from events. So the chests, like this one, is 5 to 9 common creatures. You get a couple legendaries, rares, and commons from that. As you feed strawberries, you notice I have 26 of 30 over here on the left-hand side. As you feed strawberries to them, it'll go to 29. I'm sorry, 28. I thought it was 3, but I guess it's 2. And then it'll go to 30. So that gives me another one of these. Okay? And I have 3 of them right now. So if I open those, it gives you a rare and 5 commons, and that's all just for waiting and merging trees and feeding strawberries to the creatures, and then you can get, you know, more creatures from those items. So when you open this up, and it's going to go to the 5 to 9 open spaces, so we'll have to watch, but it's going to jump over everywhere. Yep, so it went pretty close because I had enough spaces open here. I know it gave me like 5 or 6. So these are same as over here, but I only need 5. So I'm going to do that. And that gives me 2 of those. And I have, lucky enough, 3 more. And then that gets me 2 more of those. And I don't think I have any of those waiting around, because the next level after those 2 is going to be this one. And after that one, I think there's one other one. Nope. After that one, I get Dr. Hoots. Now, when you have Dr. Hoots, there's a storage area here, which you can spend a little bit to increase it if you want to. It increases it by itself, I believe. If you look at the owls, I have 1 Dr. Hoots in here. I guess this isn't really giving anything away because you don't see the names and everything, but I've got a bunch of creatures, and these are all the last level creatures that I put in there from each of these habitats. And as you merge these creatures, it may open up another habitat if it's the first time you found that last one. But at that point, it'll put the creature in the habitat, unlock it, give you these items that you can collect from it. Like when I get the Loch Ness, which is this one over here. So I need 1 more of these, which gives me 2 more of those, which gives me 5 into 2. And if you look at the Loch Ness, it's going to give me Wallace, 2 of Wallace. Then I need 1 more Wallace to get Bonnie, and then I need 5 Bonnie, or 2 Bonnie, actually 3 Bonnies to get Nessie, unless I want to do like 5 and get 2 of Nessie, then that gives me an extra one. But when it's legendaries, there's really no point to getting an extra one. You just want to get the one, because when you have extras, you can hit this trade button over here, and this trade button will allow you to use your extras, as in, let's say I want to, so these what is it, green, yellow, whatever, those are commons, okay? And it'll give you a rare. These rares will give you a legendary, okay? So, now when you trade them though, it's going to give me, I don't know, let's see, let's do this one. Okay, now that, it's going to give me one of those, and then I've got 5 of those, and it's going to give me the next. Now it's going to give you an option to level up a rare creature, which is going to give you 400 gems, and 3 more of that thing, which isn't a bad deal really for $8.99 if you have the money laying around anyway, because those gems are really useful. And then it's going to give you another I'm going to say okay, I don't want it. I'm going to hit okay. But that would give me 3 more of those, which would give me 5. But if you notice that the Quetzalcoatl, whatever, that gives me this one. Now, if I do 5 of those, that gives me 2 toesies. I'm still 1 toesie away from getting Akalan, which is going to get, that completed. So it's only $9, but it really doesn't put you that close. And even trading, if I were to trade this to a Quetzalcoatl, right, which I did before, it's putting me down. I'm only getting to that. I'm only getting to that level, which is like 3 below the end. So it doesn't really help you, and it's going to be the same thing with Legendary. It's going to put you a little closer, but not, the instant gratification. Again, delayed gratification in this game, okay? Alright, so that's pretty much, and here, every 6 hours, you get 2 bags. Those 2 bags are going to give you something like 10 trees. Those trees are going to give you that one. I have these, give me that one. I'm moving things around again because I don't care. I'm going to reset this again. Alright, so if I had 1 more of those trees, then that would give me 1 more of these. So I'm going to reset this again, and then I'm going to go and show you what the infinite energy does. And I'm going to speed that up so you don't have to watch the whole thing, but I'm going to clean the area up first. And then I'm going to, so let's go over here to the main game. I'm going to clean this whole area up. And I'm going to open up one of these infinite energies over here. Show you how to maximize that while using your space wisely and getting as much done as you can. And then after we're done with that, I'm going to come back to Mystic Isle and I'm going to open up all those legendary boxes and see what we get out of there. And I'm going to clean this up a lot. And I'm going to, oops, sorry, that's not the main island. I'm going to clean this up a lot, this main island, and I'm going to collect the infinite energy to show you how to use that, and then I'll go back to Mystic Isle, and I will collect the legendary boxes, and we'll see what we get from those. Alright, so I have once again, I went to the other device, I overrode the cloud with the device save. Now I'm going to come back here, I'm going to override the device save with the cloud save. It's going to give me another chance to claim this. Back to 60. You want 60 to 40 to 60 again. Again, I've been playing 6 months. I've hit the 250 maybe 5-6 times. Maybe you'll be luckier. I don't know. But I'm not going to go through that process again to try again. I am going to go on with what I said I was going to do. And then I'll come back to you. Okay, so far so good. So I cleaned out all these trees. I did a couple of the actions that I did earlier before I reset the thing. And I cleaned out all these trees, and that completed another quest, which was to use the gnomes like 21 or 25 times. So that's a good way to get that done, because cleaning out the trees when they're finally done gives you usage of the gnomes. And then it also gave me a lot more coins, because those trees, when you claim them, the final step, a lot of the times they'll give you the little coin piles that then turn into the copper coins or red coins or whatever. And then, as you can see, it's given me a lot more trees again. So that's why my trees were full, because it never really empties very well. A lot of things just, you get trees pretty easily, which is easy enough to progress in the game, because you really can't buy those wands anywhere. Even if you wanted to, you can't. So here's how I organize my trees. I just put this step over here. I put these over here. I try to keep the new ones toward the back. Oops. Then I put corn. Over here I put carrots. Yeah, I told you, I kind of have OCD a little bit. Oops. And then over here, I put my mushrooms. And that keeps everything kind of looking a little better. Be careful moving these orbs around, because you can actually match stuff. Even when you're just trying to put an orb, like if I wanted an orb to be in this corner instead of, the coin being there, it won't move the coin, it'll actually merge it. Whereas if you put this there, it'll move the coin. Okay, so be careful with the big ones. Like I said, they're really valuable and hard to get. These bags, when you open them, they give you a little bit of the ingredients, and then they give you a little bit of the stuff to build your trees. So if you happen to be close to putting a 5 together, you can free up some space that way. Seems like space is always a hard thing to come by, but you can free up a little bit just by kind of doing that. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to free up as much space as possible and organize things, so that when I open up my infinite energy and I start working on stuff, it's not jumping all over the place. Because I may need to merge stuff quickly to make a little more space if I'm ahead of the clock. So this 1 minute, if you notice now, if I go over here, it'll ask me to use a gnome. If you hit that finish by accident, it's going to grab the least gnome that you have on the time and waste it. So be very careful with that. Go with send, but then it'll tell you your workers are busy. They're busy with my big thing up there, and they're busy with this little thing down here. Now I've got one available, and I can merge this. I can go ahead with the 1 minute things. Alright, so looks good so far. I'm going to pause it again and do a little bit more. Oh, another thing is that notice the next quest after using the gnomes was this big thing. So that's the last level. That's another reason that I always save these, especially because these, I'm going to get 2 here and I only need 1, but I want to maximize. No, I'm wrong anyway. I need 5 of these things to merge that big one. And so that's why you always want to keep these things aside, because these are hard to come by. You saw how difficult it was for me to open up the, chest and try and get a little splinter. And so it's best to save them up. Alright. Okay. So what I've done here is I have opened up this major inside area right here, which I don't always do, but I thought it'd be a good idea to do it this way, because oftentimes I've used the infinite energy and I wished I had done it. I moved things to fill these spaces as much as I could. I moved some of my ingredients over here because you don't really get those from these mines anyway. I moved my gnomes over. I used part of another gnome to complete a lot of these buildings. I completed all these buildings over here. That gave me 4 of the 15-minute ones, which is fine if you want to just, if you want to do that, but then don't throw this guy on a 5-minute one. Make sure you put him on like a 1-minute one, or whatever, until he's down far enough to where you're comfortable, because you don't want to, the gnome trick, like I said earlier, you want to make sure you use that. Okay, so I'm gonna complete this because I have enough gems, and the reason I'm going to complete that is because I'm just going to use up some of this energy. It doesn't really matter. I'm making this video on a Sunday, which I wanted to show you the infinite energy that you get from the sun, basically. The pixies that are flying by, I wanted to show you that. So I'm making it on a Sunday. Normally I would never use infinite energy on a Sunday, because what's going to happen when you're done with infinite energy is your energy bar is going to be full again anyway. And so I'm going to be out of things that I really need energy for, and it's going to be kind of a waste, but I really just want to show you guys how this thing works and the power of infinite energy. Plus, as I'm doing this, I can kind of see some of the problems I'm going to have. Oh, and you normally don't get these big ones unless you're working with something that's 3 stars. And the big ones give you the big mines. These give you the mines right there. And the little ones that you get only from this structure right here, these little ones, they give you the little ones. Okay. Move these down here. Move these right here. Get rid of this. Take that, merge that. Come over here. I don't know how much space I'm going to use using this infinite energy, and so I'm just going to get some of these 10-second ones cleaned up while I'm, because they don't take very much, while I'm organizing stuff. You just want to get things as much space as you can. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to do this though. So 2 hours, basically 70 gems. Now remember, when you get infinite energy, you can just open as many things as you want. So you want 2 gnomes ready, and you want to have some gems so that you can complete the end buildings, these end mines, a little bit easier. But I don't know if I'm going to complete them or if I'm just going to let them sit and do 5 minutes at a time later. We'll see where we're at on that. But they do take 5 minutes. And I usually only do it because I want to clean out some space, and I want to get, well, usually I'm working with a chest opening event when I do it, and you get chests from these end nodes, so I want to have the chests available to get my requirements for the chest opening event. So I try to be smart and maximize what I'm doing. As you can see, the reason you want the space is because you are going to fill up the required space that you have very fast. You're going to fill it up with junk. Because I don't even need these anymore. The only reason I'm keeping these around after I've built the castle is because if you look at this castle, you can see rating 0 out of 60,600. How do you get those 60,600? Well, you put buildings into it. If you were to take this into it, now it's 1 out of 60,600. But if you were to take a larger building, like this one, or this one, and throw it in there, it'd give you a couple thousand off of that. So, or something around there. And so, when you upgrade this castle, you increase your rewards, plus you get more bonus rewards, and the bonus rewards can be coins or gems or, you know, whatever. And you also get bags off of some of them, so the bags will merge into these bags, which aren't really that important. That's why I didn't show you that earlier. But anyway, you get a better creature out of it too. And these creatures are really handy because the only way you get them is these and chests that you earn off of events. Or if you buy chests, or if you open up a new area with like a new creature and you have some chests in there possibly. And that's the only way that you can get stuff like this. So it's good to get it from your castles. And if you can get it from your castles at a higher level, a better creature out of it, that's less merging you have to do. And then you have trading available that you can get, you know, higher level ones. Because what you really want to get are the legendaries and the rares done. The rares to give you legendaries, and the legendaries just to give the all the areas open. Alright, I am pretty happy with that. I'm not going to do that again. What I'm going to do is put these down here because they're small anyway. I'm going to go away quick. I'm going to put that there just so that I put it there just so when I open up other ones, again, it tries to throw objects in the same area. I'll put those there just so I don't have anything to, I'm moving around and I happen to click on those gems. The gems are really valuable. I just merged 6 and wasted 1. 6 and wasted 1, but oh well. And I'll leave those there. And when I'm done with this, I'm going to have a lot of these 1-minute ones. And maybe the 40-second ones as well, sitting around in this open space. And that's why you want to make sure that you open up that area as much as possible. And also, if you can avoid it, which oftentimes I can't, when I'm using infinite energy, I don't collect the sun. I just let it go by. The energy obviously doesn't go to your board, but those ingredients, they go there, and you know, they give you trees, but trees, like I said, are not a problem. Ingredients are not a problem. I'd rather not clutter up my board with that stuff while I've got infinite energy running, because infinite energy is the only way to get one is if you get to the end of one of the regular events, not this event because it's not there, but the other events on the main island, because that's a Mystic Isle event, but the main island, there will be one usually, and that's the only way to get them. Or if you complain to support, sometimes they'll give you one if it's a pretty bad issue you've been having. I was pretty upset one time when I merged my last castle. I had the 4 hours done, and I didn't have 5 of them yet, and I was going to wait, and then I merged 3 of them by accident, or 4 of them by accident, but I got an extra one. You know, I got the one back, and then I merged 3 of them in effect to get a 8-hour, but only 1 instead of 2. And so I was very distraught, and I mentioned it to support, you know, and they gave me an infinite energy. So the rest of them I've gotten from events. Anyway, all right, I'm going to open this up, and then I'm going to show you guys how this all works, how easy it is to clear all these mines out and have, you know, the end result. Very messy, but all right, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to speed it up so you guys don't have to sit through the whole thing. So you can see you get those from the medium level mines, and so it just keeps going and going. So I move these, when they're over here, I just move them into this pile, and I let it expand. And it'll expand out here until it's full of this whole area. And then once I see things kind of jumping, and I see that this is full, I know it's going to jump to here. And once it jumps over here, then it's pretty much, that's the end of my space. And so I either have to do something, or hopefully my energy is kind of just used up by then. But that's where we're going to be at. Okay, this space right here, I just use, this time space where I've got a couple things going. I use it to clean up this area a little bit because it's getting a little out of hand. Just with coins and stuff that I don't want to waste, but I have to collect. Otherwise they just get, crazy. Put these out there a little bit. I was wrong, you do get some ingredients from these, so it's best to clean them out as easy, as quickly as possible. Okay, so you see, I am out of space. And my energy's gone. And all those things I had saved up, they're all gone too. And now I have full energy again. So, you can see how many hats I completed and all of that, which are difficult to get enough to complete. So that's a very good use for my energy. I'm very happy with that. And so that's how you do it. And now I'm going to go back to Mr. Kyle. As you can see, maybe, all my things are back. So when I reset the game, it comes back to this. It comes back to reset as well. So it's kind of handy. And I hope they never patch it because, well, I don't know. It's pretty cool to be able to go back because I have asked them, I don't know how many times, for a undo button so that we can just hit the undo button and, you know, undo a bad mistake. But no, I'm just stuck with them unless I can do it the way I do it. I'm stuck with my bad mistakes, and they don't seem to care about customers, so that's how I do it, this way. Alright, this is the biggest one. I'm going to do the other ones first. Let's see how many legendaries we get out of that one. Let's see, what legendaries did we get? It's pretty full. I think that guy. Yep. We got that guy. And then, usually they're the same. But when your area is too full and you just can't see where they're going, they can just go wherever they want. Alright, let's open this one. I saw something shoot way up here. What's that guy? What is that? Oh, it's a kraken. There's this buddy right there, so 2 krakens there. There may be some spoilers in this. If I hit something where I can upgrade it, then you may see something you didn't want to see. And that's just rares. What is that? It's nothing I haven't seen before, otherwise it would be showing up under discoveries. So it's got to be on my island somewhere. That's rares. That's rares. Get some legendaries out of that one. That gives me some turtles. We can clean up some of these guys. They're lions and they're kind of common. What is that? Oh, that's my, yeah. Oops. Yeah, those are, they're griffins. See, they just throw things around and it's really hard to know what was what. Sorry, I have a bit of a sniffle. That's not the same thing. Common guys are just annoying. The rabbits are all rare. I can't remember if that's legendary or not. I like pandas. Ay, ay, ay. Just gets too full. Yeah, see, that's not. That goes up with these. Oh yeah, it's a Triceratops. There's my, I think it's a Bandersnatch. I could show you all those rares, but it's pretty much just let's open the big guy. 5 legendaries. What are they gonna be? This is kind of a big game of memory too. Like, where did I see that? Like, you see these guys here, and then you're like, oh yeah, I have 4 more down there. And then, oh yeah, well, I can come over here and grab this guy and put them over there with those. And then, what is that? It's an egg of some sort. These guys go here. Oh no, what are they doing? This guy. And those are going to be the Flufacores. There's an event for those. Well, there's an event for everything, but I've seen the Fufacore event a couple times. In fact, the Fufacore gave me Princess, I think that's her name, and she, is that Princess? Or is it, no, here's Princess. The top right hand corner here. That's a Fufacore. And that was the first one that I got, and it was from an event. And then they changed it. Okay, so you just saw the dodo birds that I've added. Had a couple in there. Do I have any other dodos? I do believe they're legendary, so kind of hard to come by. My memory's failing me, but I thought I had 2 more, or maybe I merged them with the next level up, because I have a couple dodos, and then these right here are the big dodo. Oops. I'm still looking. That's not the right one. I think these other things up here, they're the first one of the T-Rex. And the T-Rex second stage is right here. So I don't have enough to where, I mean, I could merge them like that, but I only have 3. Like I said, I never merge them unless there's 5. Unless it's maybe a common or something. But T-Rex is hard to come by, so I wouldn't merge those. But maybe I'll find something around and you just have to keep your area clean, because if you don't, see, it's merged something I didn't really want to, but It's alright. It's just a turtle. Yeah, if you don't keep it really clean, you know, it can get messy pretty quick. It's already kind of hard to keep track. And these eggs all look the same too. Yeah, I don't see a lot more I can do right now. If you see something, then let me know in the comments, because my eyes are getting tired. But thanks for watching, guys. I do hope you enjoyed seeing all of this EverMerge stuff. Again, don't forget about the gnomes. And don't forget about the 2 devices, the ability to switch back and forth. I don't know if it works with Android and Apple, or just 2 of the same, but I know it works between Android and PC. So if you can go to BlueStacks and you can get it on PC, then any way you can update that cloud, you can pull it down. Okay? So, thanks for watching, guys, and see you next video.